Good evening. I am a few minutes late, but as you might see, I had to come in to finish this mission I was flying in very, very IFR conditions. And it took a lot longer than I had planned, and it was in mountainous area and things. So the plan for the stream tonight, for anybody who joins, is to do the lessons and then the exam for the multi-engine rating. Assuming all the servers play ball and let us do that, that is the plan. But I just need to finish this mission first. I've also read on Discord that apparently there's been an update pushed, so I might end up not being able to connect to anything. I'm going to try to not come out of the sim in the hope that I don't have to take that update right now, because the last thing I want is yet another stream where I haven't been able to do what I said I was going to do. That's not my goal at all. I appreciate it's late on a Friday night. My usual viewers are probably all asleep or at the pub or with your families or whatever, so hopefully we'll get some people to join us. If not, you can watch it all back on the VOD. I did the instrument rating check ride earlier tonight off stream. Thank goodness I did, because coming in here when the weather turned completely south over the mountains, having those IFR skills saved my life. Metaphorically. Certainly saved this flight, that's for sure. Let's see how I did. That was difficult. It was a long fight and it was difficult. Wow, S tier. I'm so pleased with that. 647,000 XP. Yeah, I should think so. The weather was awful. Cargo integrity dropped. Yeah, I was getting bounced around like madness. Follow procedures. Great, means I don't have to actually follow their stupid procedures. Aircraft got bounced around. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Wow, 11,000 credits. Yeah, I think I deserved that. Not quite S tier as a pilot yet, though. You jump up so many levels.
How is your pilot career going? Looks like you're growing faster than I could have imagined. I think it's time to introduce you to the freelance world.
Really? Is this...
Let's talk business.
Ooh. I might have literally just unlocked on the stream the opportunity to buy my own company.
This is the overview. From here you'll be able to quickly summarize the progress of your own companies. Once you start your first business, this will be your first port of call to keep track of everything.
Okay.
But to start a new company, you firstly need to buy a company license. Being your own boss can be rewarding: more income from each successful mission, and the ability to buy and customize your own fleet of aircraft.
Okay.
But those pros come with more responsibilities. If you own the aircraft, you're responsible for all maintenance fees. And if you crash, the aircraft is lost.
Ouch. Can I buy a company and rent somebody else's aircraft? Probably not.
So what do you want to do? Don't worry if you're not ready. You can always come back here when you've made more progress and more licenses are available.
I was not expecting this. So I can have a flight seeing company. I've got 2 of the 3 specializations unlocked for 1,000 credits. Skydiving for 20,000 credits. Cargo for 10,000 credits, agricultural aviation for 70,000, aerial advertising 35,000, passenger transport for 150,000, charter service for 25,000, aerial firefighting for 100,000, search and rescue for 40,000, medvac for 50,000, and aerial construction for 200,000. What happens if I click on this? Whew. Creating your own sightseeing flight size. What? Create your own sightseeing flight specialized company offering new horizons to your clients. Okay. Create company, but then do I have to buy the aircraft as well? I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Because I think the cargo is probably the one I would want. And I don't know what cargo specializations I need. One of 5 specializations. Oh, but I can't buy any of the aircraft for cargo. Okay. No, we'll not do that just now, but that was interesting to see. As I said, tonight we are going for the multi-engine rating. And we are going to do... Oh, what? There's no lessons for it? Allows you to operate an airplane more than one engine. There's no lessons for it. Seriously? Something seems broken. Are we going to instrument rating? No, there's lessons for that. Night aircraft has lessons. High performance doesn't. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what they're going to ask us to do, but I'll start recording. So for those of you joining us on the YouTube VOD, we are now going to take the multi-engine rating. It does not look like there's any lessons to take before it, so I don't know what this is going to be. It's a 5-minute flight. Cost us 15,000 credits. Let's see what it's involved. Flying an aircraft with multiple engines requires some extra piloting skills. Multi-engine airplanes tend to weigh significantly more than their single-engine counterparts, and managing more than one engine at the same time is no simple task for the average pilot. You'll be tasked with performing an approach and landing at some airport. This will not be a conventional approach, however. You'll be flying and landing with only one functioning engine. Knowing how to deal with engine failures is a key aspect of multi-engine aircraft management. Show us what you can do at the helm of a Diamond aircraft, DA62, to get your multi-engine certification. The DA62 is one of the safest aircraft in the market, and you should be able to perform the last legs of your flight plan and land with only one engine running. Try not to overuse the ailerons to counter the effect of the engine failure, instead favouring rudder trim and power management adjustments to counter the loss of inoperative engine. An inoperative engine creates extra drag and adverse yaw effect, throwing your aircraft off balance. The DA62 features an auto feather feature that triggers when engine master switches are shut off, helping reduce some of the drag created by the inoperative engine. We will start the maneuver over LPM-A with a heading of 50 degrees before turning back to intercept the last part of the approach for landing on runway 23. Remember to stay calm throughout the maneuver, or you have piloting skills to nail this. Good luck. With no training, this will be interesting. I wonder if I can use the autopilot. Right, so I'm gonna set power at cruise, because typically they throw you straight in. And we'll see if we can nail this.
You've flown great so far. Just the approach and landing are left. The last part of this exam will feature something a little bit more involved.
Okay. Does the autopilot come on? Nope, the autopilot, well, the trigger for the autopilot is not coming on anyway.
Engaging autopilot.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Autopilot on. Put it into heading mode. We can lock our altitude. This will make this hopefully a hell of a lot easier. Maintaining 1400 apparently.
Pilots should be able to fly and land safely even in emergency situations. We're going to simulate a left engine failure. You will have to follow your flight plan and land with only one functioning engine. Turning off the left engine in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Left engine. So they said to turn off the master switch. Oh, he's done it, so it's already auto feathered. Okay. So we'll announce my full stop landing. Autopilot does not appear to be doing jack for me. So I'll turn that off and I'll just see if I can fly it. I need to put the rudder trim in. Let's see how we're doing. Can you trim down a bit?
Make straight in runway 2 Tree Diamond Whiskey November uniform.
So this is definitely not one to do with the autopilot. It's just not going to help you. Or at least, it's not helping me right now anyway. Whoa.
Diamond Whiskey November uniform, line 274F4. Clear to land runway 2 Tree.
Is my gear down? Like, have I got anything set up? Gear down. Flaps down. This is not what I would call best practice.
Clear to land runway 2 Tree Diamond Whiskey
I'm really
November
below where I should be. Again, there's no lessons on this. So I am just feeling it out, but I'm just trying to keep the thing in the sky. Never mind, follow the ideal flight path. Can't even see the runway. I'm using my primary flight display instead. Trust me when I say I have no idea how this is going to go. I expect they might fail me on this one. But I am not introducing flaps. If I can get it down. This is certainly not going to be an A-rated one, I don't think. Come on, bring that power down, bring that power down. Come on. Come on. What the hell? Why is my view looking behind me? I've gone off the runway, but I can't.
Whiskey November uniform, contact ground.
Hell! I don't know what happened to my view there. When I pulled the brakes, I need to check my settings. It's picked up some. First up, I need to make sure. Do I have to click start? And then settings, I need to see what the hell happened there. Oh, it's because it's... That's probably why nothing was working. It, for some reason, reverted back to the default... Okay. We'll restart. Just so we can try and maybe get a clean run for the video. Hopefully. This is when a completely different mapping kicks in, and your brakes are not brakes. So we're not gonna fly autopilot. So at least this will hopefully keep us a little bit cleaner. I'm not going to be trying to do autopilot this time because it didn't do anything for me last time. As you've seen in some of the other tutorials I've released, autopilot is typically the trick to getting through these with the best results. What I'm going to do before he kicks me off is I'm actually going to climb. Give myself a bit more altitude. I know that's probably going to go against me, but guess a bit more altitude to come down, because we saw how difficult it was to try and maintain altitude.
Pilots should be able to fly and land safely even in emergency situations.
This sim is definitely bugged though, Stuart.
You'll have to follow your flight plan and land with only one functioning engine. Turning off the left engine in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So, introducing rudder correction. Let's go with 5 at first.
Madeira Tower Diamond.
That just seems a little bit too much.
Hotel Whiskey November uniform is 4 miles east 1,600 feet with Victor to land. Diamond India, Hotel Whiskey November uniform Madeira Tower. QNH 101 tree, make straight in runway 2 tree. Make straight in runway 2 tree Diamond Whiskey November uniform.
It seems to be so much better holding altitude this time. I think it might be because my controls are actually set up. But it's holding altitude way better this time. Now obviously for the YouTube cut, this was the first time. Nothing bad happened on the first round. This is how it always goes. But for everyone who's live, we know the truth.
Diamond Whiskey November uniform, line 274F4. Clear to land runway 2 tree.
Clear to land, gear down.
2 tree Diamond Whiskey November uniform.
I'm really surprised there's no lessons on this. It's just like, yeah, just go fly. Go fly and we're going to cut an engine on you. Okay. Take the first stage of flap. So I might have to rename my stream because I thought there was going to be a whole series of lessons that I was going to have to go through and then take this exam. Oh, that flap's introduced way more drag than I thought it was going to. I'm not going to take any more flap then. Yeah, now we're losing altitude like we were before. All that additional drag coming in from the gear and the first stage of flaps. So I'm not going to bother taking any more. I'm at full power on the approach. I mean, that's how this is going. One engine out. But we're way more stable than we were last time. I can see the runway at least. I'm not having to IFR it in. Okay, we'll cut the power back a bit now. Maybe we take an extra stage of flaps. That's flaps down to landing. Put some more power in. Try to center her up. Flare. Retard. That feels nice. Oh look, holding the brake didn't didn't make me turn around and look the other way this time.
Diamond Whiskey November uniform, turn next taxiway.
Wilco. So as you can see, my left engine is out and flared. My right engine is the only one running. Oh, I've got an examiner or something running with me. So, I think that went quite well. But was it A tier?
Diamond Whiskey November uniform, turn next taxiway.
Place your bets in the chat if you think it was A tier.
Diamond Whiskey November uniform, contact ground on 124.66.
Where did the hold short is off the runway?
124.66 Diamond Whiskey November uniform.
But I'll go with it. B plus. See, now this one annoys me, right? The hold shorts, they put the hold shorts after the hold. So you see those double lines? Which means that it then marks you down because it says you went onto the taxiway without clearance. The only way to get into the hold short box I'm trying to inch it in without going onto the taxiway and having that trigger. No, still doesn't think so. It might trigger it then. I think I've gone a bit far. Oh, maybe. We'll see. But if it says I've gone onto the taxiway without clearance, we know it's because they put the hold short on the other side of the hold.
Diamond India, Hotel Whiskey November uniform taxi to gate Alpha 16 via taxiway Bravo Alpha. Taxiing to gate Alpha 16.
I have clearance now.
Taxiway Bravo Alpha Diamond Whiskey November uniform.
Let's go for an outside view from my taxi. brake, parking brake, shut down.
You've performed great today. Keep the same attitude, and I'm sure that you will have great things ahead in your piloting career.
Hey! I respect the part altitude, respect the path, plane handling, everything went perfectly. So, thumbnail. See what happens after I get that. Congratulations on your multi-engine rating. It allows you to operate an airplane powered by more than one engine. Multi-engine aircraft are generally larger and able to carry more passengers and cargo while featuring an increased operational range. Nice. So new aircraft are able to fly for missions. Now I can fly the Cessna Citation CJ4 and the Diamond DA62. That's nice because I was kind of getting tired of flying the 172 in the missions. And with that, I will end the recording. Not the stream, but the recording for YouTube. Now, I want to go for airline license. I need 40,000 credits. I only have 17,000 credits. So I guess I need to go and do some more missions. Is there any lessons for the airline pilot? Nope, again it's just fly something. Or I guess they'll just test you in flight at that point. What's the cost of the high performance? 5,000. You know what? Whilst we're here, let's do the high performance. Why not? See what happens. So in this video, I'm going to take the high performance endorsement exam. There is no lessons for this, so we'll just pay for the exam and see what happens. So the high performance endorsement enables pilots to fly aircraft equipped with engines producing more than 200 horsepower. Today's flight consists of a standard left-hand traffic pattern around Friday Harbor's airport located in the beautiful island of San Juan in the state of Washington, USA. With great power comes extra side effects, prompting pilots to adapt their flying to manage their output of more powerful engines. Extra power means more torque, accentuated left turning tendencies, more heat generation and more fuel consumption, more complex system management. You'll be passing this exam with a Cessna 400 TT Corvallis, later referred to as the Cessna TTX, an airplane that marked history as the fastest single-engine fixed-gear production aircraft. The TT Corvallis is equipped with a twin turbocharged Continental TSIO-550-C 6-cylinder engine producing over 300 horsepower, enabling the aircraft to cruise at over 200 knots. Do not feel too daunted by the power figures of the 400 TT. Operate the controls smoothly, pay attention to power management, and you'll be well on your way to obtaining your endorsement. Try to avoid going over 85% power in the cruise by performing the necessary throttle and power adjustments. If you want to counter the aircraft's left-turning tendencies, you will need to input some right rudder to keep the plane centered with the runway on takeoff. Sure, but this is almost certainly one I can use the autopilot to help me with. Yes, Stuart, so the lessons for the earlier stuff, so the lessons for the PPL, there's lessons for the CPL, there's lessons for the night rating that are not night specific because they're basically the same, and there are lessons for the instrument rating, which I did earlier on in flight, and that video is coming out tomorrow morning. However, I would say they're all insufficient. Like, so for example, if you watch the CPL video, the IR video tomorrow, it doesn't ever tell you how to set your transponder code, also known as your squawk code. And that's the first thing it asks you to do in the IR test. So there are things in the test that are never covered in any of the lessons. I still yearn for the days of FSX, where the instructor was so much better at covering things. However, as many of you know, I am actually a qualified pilot IRL, so things like that don't really stop me. Yes, you would struggle, and you would be annoyed by it. That warning came up, right? I have auto rudder turned on as an assist I want, and it has said auto rudder is turned off for the purposes of this exam. Fair enough, to be honest. Right, remove engine covers, remove chocks, remove the pitot cover. Where's the pitot cover? Because now that these things are working, oh, there it is. I will do it. Remove the pitot cover, and we'll walk around and hop in. Yeah, I mean, you know, you'd be able to fly, and you'd probably even be able to pass with like a C rating. You couldn't get an A rating, I don't think, with the lessons as they are.
Time to show what you can do with more powerful aircraft. You will be flying a Cessna 400 TT Corvallis today. With more than 200 horsepower, it has to be the most powerful single-engine piston-powered plane that you have ever flown. Try be gentle on the controls, and remain alert during takeoff and landing. Do not hesitate to apply some right rudder to counter the aircraft's left-turning tendencies.
Oh. Oh, there is no flight plan put in. That's clever. Okay. So they got smart. I guess they're thinking, like, if you get to this point in the career,
Hotel Whiskey November uniform taxi for south departure.
we're not helping you anymore, which is good, because I was hoping that the boxes would all disappear and all that assists, because it doesn't feel real. Has it done it again? Sorry, it has. It's done it again. I was wondering why my controls weren't working. Is that toggle working now? Yes, it is. Acknowledgement taxi clearance.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway tree for using taxiway Whiskey November uniform.
He's in my way, but I guess I'm gonna have to just take him out. Ooh, boy, does it turn way faster. Yeah, I want to fly these aircraft. Slow down, you're yelling at me for taxiing too fast. That is a good point. They are saved for each plane. But I had previously clicked the button that said apply to all planes, which means that that didn't work. So you are correct, sir. That's exactly what's happening. It's because it's a different plane. But I'll just have to add it as part of my pre-flight checks. We'll hold here. We'll request our takeoff clearance. We'll go into the cockpit now.
Whiskey November uniform at runway tree 4 ready for departure south departure.
India, Hotel Whiskey November uniform altimeter 29.902 departure to the south approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 4.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 4 Whiskey November uniform.
Oh mate, there are hundreds of bugs in the system. I'm just happy that the flights appear to be loading in relatively fast right now. I've been seeing in the Discord that there is a update that's been released, but people, once they install it, are ending up back on loading screen issues and things. So I got in before the update, and I ain't going anywhere until I'm done flying for the night, because everything seems to be running relatively smoothly for me, and I don't want to risk that. Let's take in a first stage of flaps. Typically always a good idea for takeoff. We'll put some throttle in, a bit of rudder in. That's a bit too much rudder. Full throttle now. Looks like 75 is rotate. We will climb out. That would have been runway 34, if I have to guess.
Whiskey November uniform, continue for south departure.
Acknowledge that.
Tower India. Hotel Whiskey November uniform, continue for south departure.
It's important for me to know what the runway heading was for when it wants me to do the turn. Okay, so we'll throttle back now. It still wants me to climb, which is interesting. So we'll keep climbing. As we turn onto the crosswind leg. Oh, there's boxes. Oh, that makes it so much easier. I was not expecting box support. Here's me trying to do it all proper and all that. Guess I'm a little bit too soon to turn on to downwind, huh? That's 1600, but it'll level off. Huh. Yeah, you installed it on your potato, did you? Sorry, I mean your iPhone. Go a little bit faster. Pitch it down. So what's interesting is that there is a GPS path. You can see it in the map on the top left.
Hotel Whiskey November uniform, 1,700 feet to land.
Oh,
India,
a little bit
Hotel
high.
Whiskey November uniform tower. Altimeter 29.92, fly left downwind runway tree 4.
Cool, cool.
Whiskey November uniform, wind 254 at 4. Cleared to land runway tree 4.
Power back. Begin our turn on to base. Power all the way back right now until we see what we need.
Cleared to land runway tree for Whiskey November uniform.
Because I am going to want to start introducing flaps, so I'm going to have to slow down anyway. So we can keep ourselves in these boxes. Oh, that was a little bit soon. It's weird, these boxes are crazy. Power is off. get a stage of flaps in. Gonna just keep power off. I think we're gonna be able to go all the way in without it. Oh. Ha! I don't think I took flaps out on takeoff. That might cost me. It didn't come up and say anything. I think because I was pretty much always in flap speed, apart from when I tried to go fast in the downwind. So we'll see. That's a nice high-res runway you got there. Not. You would think for one that's in the lessons to had it powered on, because we're descending too fast and getting a little bit nervous that we might not make it. Power off. We need to flare. And down. Whoa, 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 what are you doing?
Whiskey November uniform.
That's gonna cost me. Oh, on the ground you can really feel that extra power yawing you to the left.
Whiskey November uniform, turn next taxiway. Whiskey November uniform, contact ground on 128.25.
Again, it wants me to stop at the hold stop. Oh, 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 oh. It's giving it to me, so I'm going to take it before I go over.
For Whiskey November uniform.
Don't know. Don't know how that went. Might need to do it again to get a... Because that landing was... Oh. What? Just giving me a taxi. But it still doesn't think I've stopped at the hold stop. I'm going to go over to this corner of it. Because I really don't want to go over the stop and get marked down for something. There we go.
Ground India, Hotel Whiskey November uniform taxi to parking.
India, Hotel Whiskey November uniform taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway.
Doesn't always make all the ATC calls as well. That's another little bug. It's going to tell me to taxi through another aircraft. I think. Oh, maybe not. No, not this time. It does like to do that though. It does like to tell me to taxi through other aircraft. I'm not convinced that was A. I don't think I'd give that A. So we might do it again. If it's not A. What's going on with that? Wow, cool story, bro. You're in without a VPN. Means everything's working perfectly.
And that's another certification in the bag. Congratulations.
Thank you. Really? I'm actually genuinely surprised that that was an A. Maybe they didn't... Plane handling 100%! I don't think it watched my landing. My landing was not 100%. Did I take a screenshot? I'm not sure. Take it now just in case. Target pattern altitude 99%. Target pattern 94%. Taxi path 98%. Plane handling. Okay. So we've got the high performance rating as well now. Congratulations, certification high performance endorsement passed. Allows you to operate an airplane with an engine capable of producing power over 200 horsepower. This endorsement enables pilots to fly heavier, faster, and more capable aircraft. So we've unlocked the Viking Air, the Textron Beechcraft Bonanza, I do like that aircraft, and the Invisible Aero Elvira Optica. Now we're definitely going to have to go and get some more money. I could go for the night rating. We could just do a bunch of ratings on this stream and then go and do some grinding. I think we might. The night rating doesn't give you anything as far as I can tell. But anyway, I need to stop the recording. So that's it for the high performance endorsement video. Screw it, why not? We'll do the night one as well, since we're here. Okay, so we're on a roll. This will be third certification we're trying to take in a row. I haven't done any additional training for this night rating, and I haven't taken it before. Let's pay for the exam and see what happens. Night currency is an essential certification that pilots need to acquire if they want to carry passengers after sunset. You'll be tasked performing a standard traffic pattern at Pettina Rassi's airport in Italy using visual flight rules. As in other exams, you'll be flying the Cessna 172 with the Garmin 1000. Orienting yourself at night while piloting an aircraft takes some getting used to. Knowing how to operate your aircraft lights and how to rely on airport lighting aids is essential if you want to move from and to another aircraft after sundown. There are 4 main categories of aircraft lights: taxi lights, whilst taxiing, landing lights, on short final, navigation lights, also referred to as positioning lights. These lights are positioned on each wingtip and on the tail of the aircraft. Red facing lights are positioned on the leftmost, and green blah blah blah. Anti-collision lights such as a strobe and beacon lights help people see your aircraft position in real time. The beacon should be turned on at all times. Special attention should be given while using the strobe lights on the ground at night so as not to blind other aircraft. Here's a quick breakdown of the airport landing aids. On taxiways there's a green light. This is the lesson. The lesson is the certification, because they couldn't be bothered building a lesson as far as I can tell. On taxiways, a green light marks the centre line, blue lights mark the taxiway edges. On runways, a row of green lights perpendicular to the beginning of the runway mark the start of the landing threshold. A row of red lights perpendicular to the beginning of the runway mark the end of a threshold. White lights mark the edges of the centre line. Yellow lights on the side of the runway mark a caution zone. Pilots should land or take off before that zone. Keep in mind that most runway lights are two-sided and display a different colour depending on which end of the runway you are seeing the lights from. Also, you will see a distinctive set of 4 red lights. These are your pappies, which you want 2 white and 2 red. I'm not going to go down on that. Best of luck. You'll be able to discover the world after dark in the aircraft in no time. So I wonder if it's going to want me to turn lights on and off or not, but just to be sure. So they want landing lights on before landing. I think everything else is probably... and maybe the taxi lights. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a... and my computer will let me take a screenshot of that, just so I know what it's going to want to test me on. I'll keep that on another screen. And let's go. Because I wonder if the lights are going to be the key to passing this one. One of the benefits of me doing some grinding early on in the day to get my credits up means I've been able to do 3 of these certifications on stream. This has probably been the most valuable Flight Simulator 2024 stream I have done yet. It's just a shame it had to happen so late. Okay, so since it does appear to be working, we will go and do the removals of all the things. Makes it feel a bit more real. Oh, there's a bit of a delay introduced there. Take those. There's a huge delay. You can see my frame rate's going all crazy. Take that. Oh. And we'll go in. We'll start the engine. We will do our pre-flight control check just to make sure Flight Sim hasn't kicked me over to some crazy controls. Thrustmaster and keyboard is all good. Okay, so yeah, so it wants me to prove I can turn on the lights and things. So I wonder if that's literally just oh wow, the frame rate it's really not happy. That needs to be set to all. Get rid of that. My lights are down here. I'll try to get a stable thing. Here we go, right. So it was we turn on the beacons, turn on the taxi, turn on the nav, and turn on the strobes.
You'll be proving what you can do by flying a Cessna C-172 after sunset. Remember that you
At
still
10
need to
FPS.
follow visual flight rules, even if you are flying at night. Try to rely on your environment and on airport lighting aids as much as you can. Only use your avionics when needed.
I would love to be able to do anything right now. Right. Is there a flight plan? First check. Yes, there is. So, people might call this cheating, but people who don't cheat just don't know how to. So we will get set up. Altitude is probably going to be something like 1500. GPS is armed for when we get there, and especially because of this ridiculous frame rate, I'm going to want the assists. So, I'd like to request my taxi clearance.
Razy Ground, Cessna, India. Hotel, Whiskey November uniform request taxi for departure to the west with November.
Cessna, India. Hotel Whiskey November uniform taxi to and hold short of runway 07 via taxiway Mike Tango cross runway 20 Tango Echo. Contact tower on 119.05 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 07 using taxiway Mike Tango cross runway 20 Tango Echo Cessna Whiskey November uniform.
It might be my internet connection, you know. I'm gonna try and do it. I'm gonna try and do it at this 10 FPS. Wow, this is a horrible experience. But as I said, I cannot leave the sim, because if I do, I'll be forced to take the update that people have said has been stopping them from getting in, and so I'm not taking the risk. Plus, I can see YouTube's complaining it's not getting enough data either, so it's probably my internet. Hopefully that will clear. It's crazy. It should have downloaded what I need for this certification before it. Like, at least the local area, it should not be stuttering like this on my check ride. Gotta admit though, it does look beautiful. It looks absolutely stunning. If it looks jumpy, it is jumpy. It's jumpy for me too. In fact, I'm going to take my jacket off. It's getting incredibly hot in here. This is not a tip on how to pass this check ride. Like, standing up and taking your hands off the controls is not a top tip. I'm hoping my internet just smooths itself out and comes back. Trying to figure out what might be blocking it. I don't know if I've told any of you before, but it's a 5G connection. So I'm hoping it's on Microsoft's side. But then that wouldn't make sense, was why my stream has gone jumpy. Anyway, hopefully having all of these ratings will enable me to make money considerably faster. I'm now crossing a runway without clearance. Am I going to get yelled at for that? Probably. No. Something's not working right with the sim, because it would usually have yelled at me for that. I have no real gauge of how fast or slow I'm actually going because of just how jumpy this is. If you're watching this back on the VOD, play it at double speed, and it might look somewhat close to how it's supposed to look. I cannot believe I'm trying to do a certification at like 10 frames per second. And I know it's not my computer. It's definitely the internet, because... Okay, we've stopped, and I deliberately stopped because I don't have a gauge on how fast I'm going. With these kind of frame rates, I have no real gauge as what's going on. So what I will do is, likely, if I upload this one, assuming it passes, I will do this again when I have a better connection for you all. So hopefully it looks better than this. Okay, so we'll request our takeoff clearance.
Cessna India. Hotel Whiskey November uniform ready for departure to the west at runway 07.
Turn on our landing lights. Whilst we wait for our clearance. Which I assume I got.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 07 Cessna, Whiskey November uniform.
Enter runway 07. Which is where in relation to me exactly? This is not even the correct flight path. Okay. Okay, this takes me to 07. No problem. God, this 10 FPS is awful. In any other game, any other time, I would dump out and reload, but I'm not, because I have fear of not getting back in. Setting my climb speed.
Remember that the yellow and red lights mark the end of the runway. You will need to take off before you reach them.
It's a really long runway. And whose world do you think I'm not taking off before the end of the runway? Did my flaps command not get accepted? Here we go. Full throttle. Let's see how horrible this looks. Rotate. Oh, bejesus. Okay. Autopilot on. Switch off taxi lights.
Cessna Whiskey November uniform, continue for west departure. Razy Tower, Cessna, India. Hotel Whiskey November uniform, continue for west departure.
Okay, 1100. Oh, I keep changing the wrong one. Yeah, sorry about the stream. It's not much better on my end, to be entirely honest. Which is why I'm kind of so glad I can use, it looks like I can use autopilot at least to assist with most of this circuit. Get some nice views of the outside from night time. I'll pull the power back a bit now, because we're at cruising altitude. We will see if I release this video. I probably won't. I will probably film it again And I might release this as like an appendix at the end, so people can see the pain I'm going through.
Cessna India, Hotel Whiskey November Uniform Razy Tower. QNH 101 tree fly left downwind runway 07.
I am on the downwind.
Enter left downwind, runway 07 Cessna, Whiskey November uniform.
Cessna Whiskey November uniform, wind 242 at 8. Clear to land runway 07.
I'll acknowledge that.
Cleared to land
Autopilot
runway
off.
07 Cessna, Whiskey
This
November
is where it's going to become interesting, because I have to try to fly this in now. So power is all the way back. I haven't had time to put in my flaps, which is going to make this suck. Jesus, just land on the runway at all would be nice. God damn it. Oh my god, there are 3 of you trying to watch this. This absolute issue. Yeah, I'm just trying to stop right now. Okay, something's very, very wrong, because my indicated airspeed is 0. But I'm still going down the runway. Stick on the parking brake.
Cessna Whiskey November uniform, turn next taxiway.
It's not gonna let me. It's gonna put me off the runway. Its left hand doesn't know what its right hand's doing. Ah, okay. Ah. Whew. Parking. I'm back. Hopefully things are looking a bit smoother for you. As you can see, I do try really hard to bring you streams of this new flight simulator as much as possible, so if you could hit the like button, goes a long way. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm trying to bring you as much as I can, as fast as I can, dealing with all these technical issues. So we just finished our night rating and got an A rating, and it just says congratulations, allows you to carry passengers at night. This doesn't actually do anything. This rating is kind of useless in the game, other than to help you achieve the achievement of getting all the certifications, and we had the credits for it, so fine, we've done that. Nothing else exciting pops up, so we will call that the end of the night rating video. Stop recording. As I said previously, I will probably re-record that one. I don't even know if the recording worked, because when I tried to stop the recording on OBS completely crashed, so everything was kind of looking bad. Okay, so we have officially basically ran out of credits, but we are making good progress on this career. So we are going to have to go and look at what specializations we've unlocked. Cargo light is unlocked. Is anything... What was new? It highlighted as if something new had unlocked. I already had cargo light. Aerial advertising, no. Charter. Oh, because I have the instrument rating, I think it's saying to me I'm getting closer to this one. So I have to do 2 more airplane missions with a landing smoothness above 50%. Okay, let's see what airplane missions we have, because we've unlocked a whole bunch of stuff now. And if someone can confirm and tell me that the stream is looking smoother now, that would be amazing, if anybody is watching. Go ahead and let me know if everything has recovered. Gonna just do a quick test, you might hear a whoop. Yeah, that seems fast to me. Seems like everything's back now. Special mission available. Available for a limited time. Scientific research. Gotta do that then, don't we? New difficulty level, level 4. Somewhere in America. If you have come back, I appreciate you coming back. We've just been told we've got a special mission. It's a limited time mission. It is shooting area over Arizona. Scientific research. I don't know what's going to be involved, but if it'll... Well, let's try it. Let's see what's involved in this. Prescott University spearheads a groundbreaking study to enhance the early warning system that protects residents from tornadoes. First, we need to gather some data. Unfortunately, it looks like a funnel system is starting to form in the area. Oh, frame rate still doesn't look brilliant. And it looks like it's dropped a little bit again for YouTube. So we might be on the jumpy side of things again. Okay, there's nothing more in there telling us about what's going on. Let's hope that it's smooth. How's it looking on YouTube for people? Ooh, wow, this is going to be 18,000 credits. And if I do filming quality and flight smoothness, I can get 654,000 XP. I will take that. It's our first mission in a multi-engine aircraft. Let's hope this one doesn't have an engine failure mid-flight. Static is over here. Oh, take a step back. And static port. So whilst the frame rate's still not perfect, on my end anyway, it does feel better. Maybe 30 FPS on my end. Now we have to go around and get into the aircraft.
Progress.
There we go. They're loading in all of their scientific equipment. Let's start the engines. I can tell that it's done the trick of messing with my controls again. So I'll show you. We go here, we go apply to all aircraft. Here, apply to all aircraft. Apply to all aircraft, and apply to all aircraft. Save.
Please. We have only today to record what we need within 86228, so let's get to it. Jessie is leading the session today. Listen to her carefully. She's our best onboard engineer. She knows exactly what she needs.
Guy sounds like a bit of a douche.
We will follow the strict protocol our research team provided. In 86228 on your end, you'll be asked to perform specific maneuvers on time to help capture the data about the tornado forming in the best way possible. Okay. It's been a long-haul project at Euphoric Air Movies. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Guy's a bit of a douche. Anyway, okay. Let's get our taxi clearance.
Prescott Ground Diamond November 86228 request taxi for east departure with Tango.
I don't know what altitude he's going to want, so I'm setting 5,000 to begin with.
86228 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 21 left via taxiway Delta. Contact tower on 121.7 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 21 left using taxiway Delta Diamond 228.
Jessie, is your gear all set?
All set. Probes and onboard instruments are operational.
So we'll taxi her out. I'm definitely being rate limited somewhere. It's not my downloads. My download speed's good. I'm checking with speed test right now. It doesn't look like it's my uploads either. Something, somewhere, it might be YouTube servers or something. I've got a 50 meg upload speed as well. So I'm about 270 down and 50 up. I cannot understand why YouTube would not be able to get the data it needs. Is my computer throttling me for some reason? Ah, it could be GPU throttling. My GPU's sitting up at 96% usage bandwidth. But I certainly appear to be being GPU bound at this point.
Diamond November 86228 altimeter, 29er, decimal 902 departure to the east approved. Clear for takeoff, runway 21 left. Clear for takeoff, runway 21 left Diamond 228.
Oh wow. I can see the, I'm guessing it's tornado over there. Really, you're gonna go and hit me for not having my landing light turned on? Wow. Climb to 5,500.
Diamond 228 continue for east departure. Prescott Tower, Diamond November 86228 continue for east departure.
Low air pressure around a twister is a serious risk. Don't fly too close. The funnel's already fully developed. Looks even more impressive from up here.
This is not
It's
the path
crazy
I was
here.
supposed to be on. Anyway. I don't think they're going to be too happy with this flight, because it's set to fly 5,500. These boxes are higher than that.
Jesse will give us the green light, Captain. Be ready to start collecting.
10 altitude is 6,200. Oh, I'm slowing down, okay.
Initiating recording. Looking good. Let's keep moving. We're on track.
Bit more altitude.
Looking
I am
good. Let's keep moving. We're
fighting
on
my low
track.
frame rate. Wow. Tornado. I've made it as a pilot. I'm flying around tornadoes.
We've done half the work. That's a wrap for this one.
Diamond 228, leaving my airspace, frequency change approved. Prescott Tower, Diamond November 86228, frequency change.
Oh, it's starting to smooth out a bit.
Just a little more. We're making good progress. Let's finish up at the same pace.
Prescott Tower, Diamond November 86228 is 4 miles south, 6,200 feet with Tango to land. Diamond November 86228, Prescott Tower. Altimeter 29.92. Make right traffic runway 21 left. Enter right downwind runway 21 left, Diamond 228.
Problem about landing light turned off. I don't know where the landing light is in this aircraft. To hell with it, they can dunk me for it. Too busy trying to fly the damn thing. See, they're too busy throwing new things at me without showing me how to actually do them. in each aircraft that it's quite difficult to you know, and they don't say like, oh, this flight's going to require you to have your landing lights on.
Diamond 228 Windcom, clear to land runway 21 left.
It doesn't think the wind is calm.
Clear to land runway 21 left, Diamond 228.
This thing is fine, like there's huge gusts on it. If you're seeing it jumpy, it's because it is jumpy. The frame rate has dropped. I don't know if it's because the server I'm on's got really busy or what's happened there, but it has started to become quite jumpy. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. The rate of descent is not acceptable. Even in this jumpy aircraft. I need to land on the runway, please.
Finally back. That was quite something, I must say.
Yeah, with this level of jumpiness, I can imagine you needed the vomit bag. But it does appear like I'm potentially being GPU bound. My GPU for some reason is up at 90% now. It wasn't doing that earlier. So that's new.
Diamond 228 exit runway
So
when able.
I have turned off my local recording in the hopes that that gives YouTube a cleaner, smoother stream. Because I can always grab clips from YouTube if anything cool happens.
Diamond 228 contact ground on 121.7 for Diamond 228. Prescott ground Diamond November 86228 taxi to parking.
Diamond November 86228 taxi to General Aviation parking via taxiway Delta.
Taxiing to General Aviation parking via taxiway Delta Diamond 228.
And off to the parking. Yeah, well, you gotta fly when you can fly, Mary. make hay while the sun shines is my thing. Computer does appear to be overheating a little bit though. I think I've been doing this for a bit too long tonight. My GPU's it's dropping to actually 85% now, so hopefully the stream is smoothing up. But we have done 3 certifications tonight. If you missed them, you can watch it back just by rewinding the live stream, or I will be cutting them up and releasing them as separate videos over the next few days. So there's that. But yeah, I'm just having fun, and I usually don't go to bed till at least 1 o'clock in the morning most nights anyway. So why not spend it with you? I find quite a lot of time that I'm not streaming, even back in the 2020 days. And what I want to do is stream as much as possible of my career in 2024, showing all the bugs and everything else. So as people are watching, hopefully, my streams, they can get a feel for the real experience, and they can make a decision if they want to purchase the sim or something all themselves. And as I mentioned earlier in the stream, apparently Microsoft released a patch earlier today for the sim. I haven't received that yet, and some people have said it's actually making things worse. So I have stayed in the sim, doing as much flying as I can, because who knows when I might be able to get in next. Hopefully the patch works. But yeah, we'll do 1, possibly 2 more flights tonight, depending on how long they take with this jumpy thing, and then we'll call it a night after that. But I'm credit building again. I'm back grinding in the missions, and this was a special scientific mission I was assigned, so it is somewhat frustrating that my frame rates have just gone to nothing.
Amazing job today, everyone. Solid work. Really.
We'll see. We'll see what payout she's willing to give me for that. I got a D rating? No. What? Oh, I wish I got a screenshot of that where I had got infinity XP. Oh, I will, because it was streamed to YouTube, so I will be able to get a screenshot of that. I will take an A, considering the quality of the flight. Landing lights is something that it's caring about now. That's interesting. Possibly because I've done the night rating thing, but then it also doesn't say when you should put them on. It says you should put landing lights on final, and I wasn't on final, so... Oh! That was crash to desktop. It crashed to desktop. I guess the update's being forced on me by the looks of it from Steam. So now we'll see if we're going to get back in. whilst we're doing that, I'm going to go back on my VOD a little bit and try and get a screenshot of my Infinity XP. That's hilarious. Infinity XP. I gotta post that in the Discord. That's maybe why it crashed the desktop. Oh, screenshots. A bunch of folk shading their passes. Looks like more and more people are getting to fly. Where do my screenshots go? So we have crashed the desktop, so we're just seeing if it's going to let me in. We're activating packages. We'll see if it's going to come back. Has my GPU cooled down? It's still seeing pinned at 50. Oh, it's not because it's running now, so it's possibly about right. Hopefully that means the stream will be a bit cleaner. Anyway, I'm going to post this to Twitter as well. I'm 16%. I can literally feel the room cooling down now that the GPU is not maxing itself out. Oh, you can see actually the percentage we're at as we're booting back in. Infinity XP. I can't go over that. Well, it seems to be loading the world data. That. Oh, come on. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. I don't know what XP I actually got or what credits or anything I got for that. I might have got nothing actually, because it crashed to desktop. GPU seems a lot happier. Oh, there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell happened to my reputation? I'm not impressed with that. So not only did the crash to desktop cost me my credits, but my reputation went from A down to C. Do you know how long it takes to build that up? Oh, they did pay me. I got some credit. No longer happy. So I think I've unlocked something, but I haven't unlocked something. Very annoyed about that. So previously, it lost on my logbook. There are no... The problem with the weather service. Really? So it crashed me out. It's crashed my reputation. I might not be able to fly anything now, it's saying. Not happy. What missions are there? What time is it? I need big pairs. I'm not flying 172s anymore. I've done so many 172s. Where's the UK? There. I must have something that pays that isn't a 172. That will pay, but it is a 172. It's an hour and a half though. That'd be 2 o'clock in the morning. Probably don't want to be awake that late. That's a 172. What have we got over in Europe? Anything exciting over in Europe? 30 minutes for a diamond. Yeah, alright, I'll do that for 2,000. Crazy thing is, I actually finished the flight as well. I finished it, and then it just it takes so long to build up your reputation. To have one sim crash and then lose all your reputation is so frustrating. Right, we're going to try and keep this tight. Oh, that looks very IFR. So, we'll skip all the niceties.
Appreciate your help today, Cap. It's Thomas here.
Hi,
Today's job
Thomas.
involves getting this DA-62 to Bursberg Airfield as soon as possible. The owner's aircraft was in for maintenance, and now that it's fixed, she wants it flown back.
No
She's already
problem.
waiting for it. Her name's Mrs. Sabine Hogg. Treat this aircraft like a newborn baby. That's it for me. See you.
Will do. Let's request our takeoff clearances.
Baden Ground, Diamond Delta. 1 X-ray Tango X-ray with uniform request taxi for takeoff east departure.
Right, where is
Delta.
my
1 X-ray
lights
Tango X-ray taxi to
on this
hold
thing?
short of runway 21 using taxiway. Sierra Hotel Golf Alpha.
Start engine,
Contact
AV
tower on
master.
134.105 when ready.
Where are the light controls? Yes. Because now he gets upset with me because I've got my other ratings. Oh, they're up there. Okay. So they're all on. Landing light will go on when I cross the, or before I cross the
Taxiing
threshold.
hold short runway 21 using taxiway. Sierra Hotel Golf Alpha Diamond X-ray Tango X-ray.
Looks like it's behind me. Press F to decrease your engine power. No thanks. So I'm gonna need a the mapping. I have not enough mapping, so I'll have to start using my Stream Deck. I'll need to start mapping landing lights and taxi lights into my Stream Deck. This is going to be very much an IFR fight today. Tonight, this morning, however you want to think about it. We'll get set up for thingy, so we'll put our flaps to take off. If anybody watches back this entire stream, you're going to see me so happy at the start as I achieve a number of my certifications, frustrated with my internet connection in the middle, and then I had a crash to desktop where I lost a huge amount of my reputation from A back to C, even though I had completed the flight. It crashed to desktop as it was loading back to the mission zone. And for some reason that just kills your reputation. They need to fix that. That cannot be acceptable. It takes like 10 flights to build your reputation up to A. And they have to be like perfect flights. And I'm talking long ones, like hour and a half flights. Anyway, we'll start building it back up. Because, you know... Oh, is that my hold short? No, the hold short must be that box. There's no way it's telling me to enter the runway. Okay, we'll request our takeoff clearance.
Baden Tower, Diamond
Taxi
Delta.
off, landing light on.
1 X-ray Tango X-ray at runway 21 ready for departure east departure.
Cleared for takeoff runway 21.
So what happened there? I got like 2 clearances there.
Cleared for takeoff runway 21 Diamond X-ray Tango X-ray.
It's a lot smoother now though, so anybody who has joined us, can only apologise for my throat clogging up. I don't know how these people do it, like talk for so long without having all the phlegm and crap in your throat. I don't know what it errored me for. Oh, I was taxiing too fast, that's what it errored me for. So we're flying IFR, so pretty much as soon as we take off we're going to end up in clouds. It's not going to be a huge amount to see. But I guess you'll get to see how an IFR flight goes. We can use all of our instrument rating skills that we learned. Rotate. Gear up. Flaps up. Autopilot on.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
You're not supposed to hand it over like that. You are supposed to hold it till it trims. Anyway, outside view. Oh. Landing light off. Acknowledge my departure.
Diamond Delta 1 X-ray Tango X-ray. Continue for east departure.
Turn that down. It's very loud in my ear. Let's see. What's my flight plan doing? It's got some other concept of what it should be doing instead of what the purple thing. Oh, we're doing an actual proper departure. Okay. No problem, especially because we're IFR. I'm not just going to follow their boxes. We will follow the proper departure. We will now climb to 10,000 feet.
Diamond X-ray Tango X-ray.
Much faster because we're about to turn over some mountains. So we need to get up and out.
Baden Tower, Diamond Delta 1 X-ray Tango X-ray frequency change.
So now we're IFR. I can show you that. You can somewhat still see the ground, but you can't see what's in front of you. And as we climb into these clouds, we're really not going to be able to see what's going on. So we're going to be fully, unless it clears up, we're going to be IFR for most of this trip. Which is why I want to get up to about 10,000 feet to make sure we're at a safe altitude to clear anything that may be on the way. Whilst we're doing that, let's have a look at the flight plan. Let's have a look at the destination fields. The destination field is 2,556 feet above ground level, which is good to know. Those warnings are really annoying in these flights because this is the GPS path that it's given me. So unless it's going to tell me, and again, I'm thinking about this from a person who doesn't fly as much as me, right? From a game perspective, you will arcade. If you're supposed to make a call out to overfly an aircraft or overfly an airport, it should appear in the mission steps, and you should be able to press a 1 button to make the call out if it's a requirement. It should not require me to be tracking that and then fail me for it. We might be able to get out above the clouds, actually, by the looks of it. Oh, that'd be nice. We're going to break out above. Nope. We're climbing too fast. Nose down. So yeah, quality of life issues for, you know, inexperienced sim pilots. I don't think the training is there, and I don't think it's fair that it punishes people for things that it hasn't trained them on. Our speed is climbing again now, so I think we can comfortably do probably about 1,000 feet per minute. So as I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by my stall warning, the elevation of the destination airport is important because I need to know what altitude to join the traffic pattern at, which is typically about 1,000 feet above the elevation of the airport. So if the airport is 2556, traffic pattern will be at 3,500, which is good to know. Oh, it's interesting. Looking at the performance of my videos, people are way more interested in seeing how to pass the licenses than they are the career missions, so far anyway. So we are well above any terrain around us, which is good. That's what you want, especially when you're flying in these conditions. So you can see a little bit out the left and a little bit out the right, but we are absolutely in IFR. I would even be wanting to do a sort of a VNAV, RNAV approach. The nice thing about this is you can travel so much further distances, so much faster. In these multi-engine aircraft. So I'm glad I took the time to do that tonight. Unlocking the multi-engine aircraft will hopefully mean I will never have to fly the 172 again. No, that's not true. It will. I will absolutely have to fly the 172 again. Because sadly those are the missions that still seem to pay the most. For me right now anyway. So we are en route. We're doing a... This is a ferry flight. So we've done 3 certifications tonight. We did the multi-engine, we did the high performance, and we did the night rating. And now we are back trying to rebuild our credits and our reputation, because we had a crash to desktop. For anybody who hasn't been sticking around, we had a crash to desktop which crashed my reputation from A down to C, even though I had successfully completed the mission. It crashed the desktop before it went back to the headquarters, and therefore it just punished me for it, which kind of sucks. Oh no, because where my iPad is. Can I make that go away? Because I don't want my iPad there. It's kind of blocks my view out the window, and I prefer to see out the window. Nice thing about having the instrument rating as well, which I did earlier today off stream, so that's 4 I've done today, is that you can now fly all these in any weather. Basically you can fly in any weather, so it doesn't stop you from doing any of the missions. And if you do fly in bad weather, typically you get bonuses for that, so you want to pick flights that are in bad weather, because you'll get reputational bonuses and extra credits. And if you see the cost of some of the companies that you can buy, you're going to need credits, and the airplanes cost a fortune. So you can see the Sims recommended path down there. I don't like that. I want to know if there's a way of turning that off. I haven't checked in the settings. But I think, you know, whilst I play it as a game, you know, I don't want to be 100% true to life like some people would. I don't want the blue boxes in the sky. I think that makes it too arcadey. Especially once you've got all the ratings, or not, I've not got all the ratings, obviously that would take too long. The game hasn't been out that long. But when you've got the ratings, like say instrument rating, you should no longer be given the aid of the boxes in the sky. How's my system performing now? Yeah, GPU is sitting about 65-70% now. It was... I had frame rate issues earlier. The GPU was pinning itself up at like 90-odd%. I thought it was internet connection issues, but I think it was just me trying to stream, play the game, and have a local recording all at the same time. It just wasn't... It was just like, nope, you're not doing that. Like I said, we're 10 minutes en route, and I need to get down to 3,500. So let me set the altitude that I want now, 3,500, and we will set a rate of descent of 1,000 feet per minute, because we'll get there earlier than we want to. We'll pull the power back a little bit so we don't overstress the aircraft, and so that will get us down there in 6.5 minutes, and we have 9.5 minutes to overhead, so that feels good to me. Could probably go slightly more power. I want to be on sort of the top end of the green bar, not into the yellow bar. That's how where I sit comfortably. I don't know what the actual recommended speeds and things are for many of the aircraft, because I don't take it so seriously that I kind of figure that. I figure whatever the rotate speed is for takeoff is probably the recommended landing speed. Could be wrong. I don't care about that. I think it's like overflying an airport without an announcement. It doesn't typically impact your score, especially on these ferry flights? But it's a really short runway actually, because it did say short, so there's not going to be an RNAV approach available for it. If there was an RNAV approach available, that is the approach I would take. But it doesn't appear to be. Is anybody else suffering from winter eczema? Before anybody starts getting a weird idea why I've got moisturiser on my desk. Oh, I should take that off. I suffer from eczema really badly in the winter, and it's got really cold in Scotland. It's getting to like -3, -5 some nights, and I don't even go outside that much. Things are proceeding nicely. 7 minutes and 20 to be overhead, and we've got about 4,000 to go, so everything's going according to plan, apart from a whole bunch of moisturiser on my wedding ring. That wasn't on my plans. It's late, I'm rambling. Welcome to MyAirMyles After Dark. If you don't want to hear the ramblings and musings of a crazy middle-aged Scotsman, this is not the channel for you at 1 o'clock in the morning. Back through the cloud layer now. Now it said real life weather wasn't available, but typically what I had found when it wasn't using live weather was that it would always give you like VFR weather, so the fact that it's giving me IFR weather, I think it is taking real time weather. I've had no likes tonight. Do I have to put my poll up? Please like and subscribe. Okay, we have broken out into what looks like to be a nice VFR approach. Thankfully. So yeah, what I think I'll probably do tomorrow off stream is I'll redo the nighttime certificate one, just to get a much smoother version of the video for uploading to the main channel. Assuming it does let me retake it. It might not. But assuming it does, I'll do that. Because I do want to upload a series of videos, hopefully getting A grades on every one of the certificates across at least the airplane certs. I'm not saying I'll get them all first time, but certainly when I upload it to YouTube as a video, it will be A grade. If I can't get A grade, it won't get uploaded. So we should start leveling off soon. So I'm going to pull the power back a little bit, and then I will have to put it on again, because we level off, we will slow down. but sometimes it can be a little bit wobbly. As it levels off. Another thing I need to find, and I used to be able to do it on 2020 to find what, maybe into open 2020 to find what the setting's called, and then come back into 2024, is to automatically set the pressure, the current pressure. I can only find a setting, it's probably called something random, that sets standard pressure for flight levels, but I want to know what the setting is for just automatically setting the current local pressure. Because getting to standard is quite easy on most of these things. You can kind of just take a double click on one of the settings, but if you don't have the correct local pressure set as you're coming in for an airfield like this, it's elevated, you could be well below pattern altitude and not even know it, or above for that matter. You know, it could be either. I really like this iPad thing though. This iPad thing is cool. I haven't figured out how to use most of it yet, but things like this is quite cool, where you can kind of see where you are in relation to the flight path that it wants you on anyway. So it seems to want me to overfly, then turn, and then do a circuit round and land on runway 26 center. So this is a small airport. Why would it have multiple runways? It's EDSA. It does. It has multiple runways. 925. Oh, this is actually the wider one. At least we're on the wider one. The weather information is not loaded in. There we go. Pull the power back a bit. And there doesn't appear to be any maps for this airport.
Traffic diamond Delta. 1 X-ray Tango X-ray 5 miles west 3,500 feet inbound to land runway 26 center.
Now, again, right, look at these blue boxes. Look at all those blue boxes. How is that helpful for anybody? Right? A new pilot, for example. It doesn't help anybody with what they need to do. The current one that you're aiming for should be purple or pink or something to give people, just give people a clue, you know? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to not overfly the airport, but I will go in to the pattern that they are recommending. I'm going to keep myself about 3,500 feet all the time. Start slowing it down, because I am going to want to put some flaps in. I think it's way too early to extend the gear. Let's get established on the pattern first. Get some flap in. It's weird, I've rebounded. I was tired, and now it's passed. I've rebounded. I need more power. The flaps on this thing seem to apply so much drag, it's ridiculous. Now we'll lower the gear. Get rid of my iPad. Three greens. Full flaps in. 119 knots is the maximum of full flaps. That's a crazy transition to final. Ooh, I do not need that level of sync. I'm going to assume the runway is the bit in the middle. Announcing my landing intentions. Being careful not to sink.
Echo Delta, Zulu Alpha Traffic Diamond Delta. 1 X-ray Tango X-ray is on final runway 26 center to land.
I'll take it. That felt really nice. I was happy with that. Didn't put the landing lights on though. Probably don't have to. Probably do. Depends on the flight. This one doesn't clearly care. I did not enter the taxi without clearance. What lies? Fine. They're just trying to frustrate me now. But I keep coming back. I can't stop playing.
Welcome to Liechtenstein. Hope this trip was a walk in the park. Anyway, I appreciate your professionalism. My D62's finally here, and I thank you for that.
B at best. Yeah. Oh, what? That was an A? Probably because I didn't skip. See how little reputation you get. Crazy. I'm looking for difficulty 2 missions. Like it's saying to me, you got difficulty 3, 4, 5 missions that you've unlocked, and I'm going, where are they? If I scan back through the time, because they say sometimes there's flights that are only available at certain times. I'm really trying to find a flight that's like more than a 1 difficulty. Here's the problem. I want to keep flying. But I should go to bed. $2 hour. That would be really nice. 7,000. I was thinking the these ones are the ones that pay. I just want to check in the headquarters. What more I need, because I want to do this one. Maybe tomorrow, so. I need one more airplane mission with a smooth landing. Okay, let's just pick a short one. We'll do a short one, we'll do a smooth landing. We'll call that a night. So, what is the shortest flight I can do? This one. Damn, that looks nice. Can I have that? That's a nice aircraft. Ooh, I want it. So, last flight of the night. It'll take us over
the hangar supervisor.
to 3.5 hours of
Thanks for taking care of this very flight.
flying today.
Today's job involves getting this DA-62 to Bressicourt
Totally
as soon
gonna
as
hit me
possible.
with.
Now that it's repaired, the owner needs her aircraft flown back to a field near her place.
Okay.
She is
You know what, we
already
could just
waiting
head
for
in.
it. Her name's Madame Sophie Combat. Have a safe trip.
It was like it's going to be IFR again, so I'll take it back up to 10,000. Which it can comfortably do at 1,000 feet per minute. Our lights are on. Let's request our clearances.
Colmar Ground, Diamond Foxtrot. Golf Alpha, India Zulu with Echo request taxi for takeoff south departure.
Short of runway 19er using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 119.0 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 19er using taxiway Alpha Diamond Alpha India Zulu.
It would be kind of nice if the missions actually had not just real-time weather, but like if it was nighttime. Like now that you've got your night rating, like let's make the flight at night. I would also like to know how I get those higher star difficulty rated flights. Maybe it comes when I unlock some of the other ratings, I don't know. Or possibly it's part of the what do they call it? Like company side of things. It's a point actually, when I start my own company I'll be flying a 172 again, won't I? Won't be able to afford anything else. So that flight that gave me Infinity XP, I'm just thinking about this actually, is the same flight that actually cost me my reputation. That's what I get for volunteering to be a alpha access person or whatever. Taxi light off, landing light on. Press my clearance. Oh, taxi light shouldn't be on.
Colmar Tower, Diamond Foxtrot. Golf Alpha, India Zulu ready at runway 19er departure to the south.
Runway 19er.
Diamond Foxtrot. Golf Alpha India Zulu
Oh, south.
1012
Yeah.
south departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 19er.
Cleared for takeoff runway 19er Diamond Alpha India Zulu.
We could probably make it. I'm almost certain it's going to want me to backtrack. We'll just treat it like a short field. Gear up. Flaps up. Interesting. This one
Diamond Alpha India Zulu continue for south
doesn't appear to
departure.
have any boxes. Can you believe that? No boxes.
Colmar Tower, Diamond Foxtrot. Golf Alpha, India Zulu continue for south departure.
Come on, autopilot. Take over. There we go. This is one weird departure. Look at that aircraft though. That is beautiful.
Diamond Alpha India Zulu leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Yeah, until I come back over to the airport, and then it screams at me for overflying the airport again without permission or something. I'll say this, it looks amazing when it is in it. Everything just looks so much smoother, sharper than it did on the last one. And I thought the last one looked amazing. Especially the aircraft models, and that's what I mean specifically. That weather does not look too friendly, does it? Up and out we go. 17 minutes en route, it's estimating. I might not even get to my cruising altitude. Or I'll just get there at this point. I need to come down. 5,000, so let's go. 6,000 is probably okay. Just keep it at 6,000 then. No point in climbing if we don't need to. We're in IFR now, so let's just look down at the screens. Throttle back. Hmm, 14 minutes en route. Telling you, they've done such a good job with the clouds and things. Like, if you look outside the aircraft, you get disorientated. Even I'm feeling disorientated. It's also probably because it's after 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 1:30 in the morning. That's probably part of it. But yeah, like those clouds and everything make you disorientated. Yeah. Say goodbye to any sun or visuals. We are now IFR. Which I know is not the best thing for streaming. People want to see cities and buildings and whatever, but I like doing these. I like doing the career flights. I'm gonna probably spend a lot of time in the career. I've seen some of the prices of some of the aircraft in the career. It gets insane. quick break. I will be back in about 5 minutes. I've just seen that there's ice build-up on the aircraft. That's amazing. I was hoping that by coming down we might have broke out of these clouds a bit. I wonder where the cloud layer ends. Try 3000. Totally forgot what altitude it said the airport was at. 1867, so yeah, 3000 is really as low as I can come. Doesn't appear to be helping me out much. 6 minutes en route though, so I might as well just stay down here. Oh, that's cool. So then you see that it's actually melted the ice off the front of the wing. It all works really well. I mean, a lot of it's buggy as hell too, let's be honest, but I have one lurker. One lurker is just not saying anything in the chat, maybe because they're not subscribed, I don't know. But they've been with me most of the stream. So I appreciate the support from that lurker. And anybody else who may be here. This will be the last stream of the night because it's getting... well, it's 1:30 in the morning, let's be honest. And we've been live for over 3 hours. It amazes me how the path on the compass at the top left doesn't match the GPS path in the aircraft. I want to know why that is. Why there's two different, completely different indications on that. interesting. Apparently, sim rate will speed up your flights without impacting your points.
Lima Sierra, Zulu Quebec traffic diamond Foxtrot. Golf Alpha India, Zulu 5 miles north, 3,000 feet inbound to land runway 25.
Runway 25. Okay. Well, if I'm 4 nautical miles, let's pull that speed way back. I need to go outside because I can't see anything. My windows are all frosted up. I wonder if there's probably something I could have been doing for that. Whoa, 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 don't stop. Oh. Oh, my pitot heats. My pitot's frozen. Oh dear. Aircraft de-icing. Hi, Max. Max de-ice. Windshield de-icing. My pitot heat. Where's pitot heat? Here. My airspeed is not doing anything. My airspeed is frozen. So I can't comfortably do anything until the de-icing brings my pitot back alive. There's mountains up ahead, so we're going to turn around before we fly head first into those. Wow, if there is de-ice in this aircraft, and there might not be because it's not lighting up to show me it's actually on. Sure, it's taking its sweet ass time. Oh my god. I don't know what. Oh, there we go. Airspeed's back. Okay, thank God. Right. Airspeed's back. So... but I've got whole bunch of... oh, the aircraft's trying to fight me. That's what's going on. Okay. Right, so now we can fly a pattern to final. Again, they don't... it's these things they don't teach people. Landing lights on. Right, let's take some flaps. Slow ourselves down. Make that turn onto final. does it think final is? Where's the runways? Oh, it's there. I see it. I see it. My windshield de-icer doesn't seem to do jack. Gear down. Landing. Flaps down.
Lima Sierra, Zulu Quebec traffic Diamond Foxtrot. Gulf Alpha India Zulu is on final runway 25 to land.
I don't think I'd be too happy with that landing. That was a little bit ski. Well, everything's frozen. Right. Pitot heat off. Maximum de-ice did nothing. Windshield deheating. Oh. I had windshield de-icing on. Maybe it only stays on for a minute and then turns off. Well, it didn't work. I'm in the hold short. What more do you want from me?
Lima Sierra, Zulu Quebec traffic Diamond Foxtrot. Gulf Alpha India Zulu is taxiing to parking.
Right. Well, after this one, that's going to do me for the night. Well, it was a challenge. They don't tell you your airplane's going to ice up. Sorry, I'm sorry, I shouldn't swear, but my taxi speed is fine. This is a big aircraft. You just want to knock points off. But yeah, that tired frustration point of the night is definitely my time to call it.
Thanks, Captain.
Happy customer though. Just see how happy. Not that happy. Yeah, because the landing was crap. Respect the condition of the aircraft. I wonder if that was because of the icing. They knocked a bit off my reputation. Wow, okay. That reputation thing is getting harder to maintain, I'll tell you. Right, that'll be a stream. I will probably see you this weekend at some point, as I can't seem to stop playing this. Bye for now!